speaker is Paul Weston. Paul is Secretary of the Battle of Stockton campaign, which was established a year ago to mark the anniversary of the Battle of Stockton. Please welcome Paul.
I'll stand over here to a bit of a short lead. But first of all, I'd like to thank Rachel for the opportunity to speak here today. It's I might be a bit older than some people, the people who haven't spoken before, but I've got much experience at it either. But yeah, so for those who don't know, the Battle of Stockton is Teesside's equivalent to the Cable Street. Its historical significance is that it was the first such event after Hitler took control in Germany in 1933, and 3 years prior to Cable Street. And of course, the far right was on the march across Europe, with Mussolini in power, and which was actually funding the BUF in the same way as a lot of the far right groups around the day appear to be funded from the States. Part of Hitler's tactics in gaining power was to take control of the streets, and the Battle of Stockton was the left's first attempt to take a stand against Mosley, and decided to do the same in targeting northern towns at the time of austerity. It rings a bell, it's the same tactics that they're hitting northern towns. They studied when at Sunderland, they've gone at Middlesbrough, they've gone at Stockton, because they think it's an easy hit, and we need to be there in order to get these arguments out that, you know, it's not people of other colours and other religions that are the problem that's causing the austerity and their poverty. You know, frankly, it's the boss's class, it's a Tory government. So what happened on the day? This is quite funny in parts if you've got a certain sense of humour. There was 4 policemen on duty in the whole of Stockton. They knew nothing about it. 200 to 300 black shirts had been bussed in from Newcastle and Lancashire, from Manchester, and places like Burnley. They were met by 2,000 trade unionists, Labour Party members and communists. Think of the organisation that must have been around at the time to be able to do that, and the police still not to know. Anyway, because you're dealing with fascists, violence ensued. Both sides were armed. We believe the BUF turned up with clubs and scaffold poles, whilst the locals had potatoes. Potatoes, you say? What's the point of that? They had razor blades inserted in them. And they used that to throw them. Eventually, enough police turned up. That's the old whistle technique. They didn't have radios then. And so it probably took a while. And they managed to get them back to the buses, never to return until this year. Well, they turned up 2 years ago, about 10 of them, to have a march. And then this year they turned up with about 60. So far we've kept outnumbering, but they seem to be getting better. They're bussing from having one person turn up as a speaker from locally. They now managed to get 2 speakers coming up from London. Somebody's throwing money at them. So, the campaign. It started with 4 of us sat around the kitchen table watching the 80th anniversary of Cable Street on the 6 o'clock news and saying, why isn't anybody doing anything about the Battle of Stockton? We'd only just heard it. You know, I've lived in Stockton and Tees all my life, never heard of it. So we decided, we egged each other on, to be honest, and we ended up setting up a Facebook page after saying to the local council we should do something. So, well, you know, you've got to show there's a public need for it, or want for it. So we set up a Facebook page, and then somebody suggested we have a public meeting, and then it really all took off. You know, initially, I quite glibly say that we just wanted a plaque in the high street and an excuse to go for a pint afterwards, having had it opened. We ended up with 5 speakers, the mayor unveiling it, and a free gig on the afternoon, going into the evening, and quite luckily, I only had a small hangover the next day. But you know, we've done enough in order to build it. There was 150 to 200 people turned up. We got a message out there. We got local press about it. We got on the local radio. We're starting to put a message back and out into our communities that is not from the far right, that's not from the Daily Mail. Yeah? We're telling people what the grandparents and great-grandparents did. So, which is why we did it. You know, there's 2 reasons. When we started the campaign, it was within 2 reasons. Firstly, to celebrate the history of Stockton and standing up to fascism. when it would have been easy to blame the minority groups, and secondly to remind people what the great-grandparents and grandparents did. When you do hear people in one hand say, you know, they'd been a lot better if fascists were in charge, you know, we wouldn't have any of this. And then the other hand, they're still proud of the fact that the granddad was on the beach at D-Day. And you don't really relate them things. And we've got to get that message across to them. You know, actually your granddad would have shot a gun at you. Yeah? So, you know, the second one is a political message. It's important. And while we intend to make it an annual event, given recently we've had to see these marches from the far right going around the area. It's the same people. There wasn't too many local people in the Stockton one. They come busting from all over the place, exactly the same way as they did in the 30s. So, you know, because they're trying to repeat that trick that Hitler pulled out in winning that battle of the streets. Yeah, and this time it's in the guise of Tommy Robinson and whoever is leading UKIP this week. I'm always losing track with that. So we need to have I mean, it's great these counter demonstrations, and you know they have to be there and they have to oppose them exactly like we've done in Sunderland and Newcastle, and exactly as we did in Stockton this year and back in 1933. But I think it's important we have our own events, that we are doing something not just as a counter protest, but just as an event to say, like, this is a historical thing that happened and we are proud of, and we are opposing the far right then and we are opposing the far right now. And that's why we intend to repeat the event next year and try and make it an annual event and try and build on it and make it bigger and bigger. So we're going to try and make a weekend event of it next year. We're going to do something like this, a panel thing with speakers and some questions and answers. We're going to have the main event on the second Sunday in September, which is when it was, with speakers in the High Street, an open air event, and we intend to do a Rock Against Racism event all over the same weekend. So please, if you're in anywhere near the area, take the X10 bus down from Newcastle. It doesn't take that long. It'll be a good day. It won't cost you anything. They've all been free events so far. It'll be a good day, and we'll be sending a message out. Thank you very much.